How to Improve Your English, a comprehensive guide for mastering the language. English is one of the most widely spoken languages in the world. Mastering it opens doors to new friendships, better job opportunities, and the ability to communicate across cultures. Whether you're aiming to travel, advance in your career, or simply improve your skills for personal satisfaction, learning English can be an enriching journey. This guide will walk you through 35 practical ways to enhance your English language skills, providing deeper insights into each method and examples of how to apply them in daily life. 1. Practice speaking English every day. One of the most effective ways to improve your English is to practice speaking daily. Speaking regularly helps you get used to the sounds, rhythm, and flow of the language. Find opportunities to talk to friends, family, or even strangers in English. You can also talk to yourself. Something as simple as narrating your daily activities aloud in English can make a significant difference. For example, when you wake up, describe your day in English. I'm going to have breakfast now. After that, I'll read a book. This will train your brain to think in English, and over time, it will feel more natural. 2. Listen to English every day. Listening is a crucial part of language learning. When you listen to English every day, you naturally absorb new words, sentence structures, and the flow of conversation. Whether it's English music, podcasts, radio shows, or TV programs, make listening a daily habit. For instance, start your morning by listening to an English podcast on a topic you enjoy, like sports, technology, or entertainment. Even if you don't understand every word, your brain will pick up patterns and improve over time. 3. Read English books aloud. Reading is a powerful tool for improving vocabulary, grammar, and comprehension. When you read aloud, you not only practice pronunciation, but also improve your ability to form sentences and understand the structure of the language. Start with easy-to-read books like children's books or graded readers designed for language learners. You can also pick up magazines or news articles. Try to read a passage out loud every day. For example, after finishing a chapter from an English novel, read a few paragraphs aloud. This exercise helps you practice pronunciation, intonation, and rhythm. 4. Write in English. Regularly. Writing in English is an excellent way to practice sentence construction, grammar, and vocabulary. Start by keeping a daily journal where you write about your day, thoughts, or experiences in English. If you prefer a digital approach, you can write emails to friends or even post short messages on social media in English. For example, write about your day in a diary. Today, I went to the park. It was sunny, and I enjoyed walking around. Try using new vocabulary and experimenting with different tenses to improve your writing skills. 5. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes are an essential part of learning any language. It's important to remember that everyone makes mistakes when learning a new language, and it's perfectly fine. In fact, making mistakes is how you learn. Be open to correction and take it as a learning opportunity. Don't shy away from speaking or writing because you fear being wrong. Every mistake gets you one step closer to fluency. For instance, if you're having a conversation and forget a word, don't panic. Instead, try to describe it with other words or ask your conversation partner to help. This will improve your ability to communicate effectively, even when you're unsure. 6. Think in English. One of the most helpful habits you can develop is thinking in English. This will reduce your reliance on translation from your native language, making you more fluent and natural when speaking. Start small by labeling objects around you in English. This is a chair. I am hungry. The sky is blue. The more you practice thinking in English, the easier it becomes to form sentences quickly and speak without hesitation. 7. Learn new words every day. Expanding your vocabulary is key to expressing yourself more clearly and confidently. Try to learn a few new words every day. Write them down in a notebook, along with their meanings and example sentences. Revisit these words regularly to reinforce them in your memory. For example, if you learn the word enthusiastic, use it in a sentence like, "I'm enthusiastic about learning English." Challenge yourself to use new words in conversation or writing as soon as you learn them to solidify your understanding. 8. Speak slowly and clearly. When learning a new language, speaking slowly allows you to think more carefully about your words and pronunciation. It also makes it easier for others to understand you. Rushing through sentences often leads to mistakes or unclear speech. For instance, if you're unsure about how to say something, pause, gather your thoughts, and speak slowly. Over time, this practice will help you become more articulate and confident. 9. Join an English class. Taking a structured English class is one of the best ways to improve your language skills. You can learn from experienced teachers, practice with classmates, and ask questions about grammar, pronunciation, or vocabulary. Many language schools offer online or in-person courses for different levels, from beginner to advanced. For example, you can join a local language school, or, if you prefer learning from home, look for online courses that focus on conversation practice or grammar lessons. 10. Have fun learning English. Learning a language should be an enjoyable experience. Find ways to make it fun by integrating activities you enjoy. Watch your favorite movies in English, listen to English songs, or even play video games that require you to use English. When you enjoy what you're doing, you'll be more motivated to keep learning. For example, if you love watching movies, challenge yourself to watch one in English without subtitles and try to understand as much as you can. 11. Use technology to learn today. Technology offers countless tools to help you improve your English. There are language learning apps like Duolingo, Memrise, or Babbel that offer interactive lessons, quizzes, and practice exercises. You can also use online resources like YouTube, TED Talks, or language learning websites to improve your listening and speaking skills. For example, set aside 15 minutes every day to use an English learning app to practice new vocabulary or grammar rules. 12. Make English-speaking friends. One of the best ways to practice English is by speaking with native speakers. Making friends who speak English can help you improve your conversational skills and learn real-life language use. You'll also get the chance to learn about different cultures and how English is spoken in various parts of the world. For example, join a language exchange program where you can meet English speakers who are learning your native language and practice with them. 13. Watch English news. Watching the news is a great way to stay informed about current events while improving your English. News broadcasts often use clear, formal language, making it an excellent resource for learning new vocabulary and understanding how English is used in different contexts. For example, tune into a major English news channel like BBC, CNN, or ABC and try to follow along with the stories. This will also help you become familiar with different accents. 14. Join an English-speaking club. English-speaking clubs provide a supportive environment where you can practice your language skills with others. In these clubs, you can engage in discussions, participate in activities, and practice speaking English in a casual setting. Many cities have English-speaking clubs, and there are also virtual options if you prefer online meetings. For example, search for English-speaking clubs in your local community or join a virtual meetup through platforms like Meetup or Zoom. 15. Travel to English-speaking countries. If you have the opportunity, traveling to an English-speaking country is one of the best ways to immerse yourself in the language. You'll be surrounded by English speakers and will need to use the language in everyday situations, such as ordering food, asking for directions, or having conversations with locals. For example, visiting countries like the United States, the UK, Australia, or Canada can provide you with real-world practice and a deeper understanding of how English is spoken in different regions. 16. Use flashcards to learn vocabulary. Flashcards are a simple yet effective way to memorize new words. You can make your own flashcards with new vocabulary on one side and the meaning on the other. Use these flashcards regularly to test yourself and reinforce your memory of new words. For example, write down 5 new words you learned today on flashcards and review them before going to bed. The repetition will help cement these words in your memory. 17. Record yourself speaking. Recording yourself speaking English allows you to hear how you sound and identify areas for improvement. This technique helps you focus on pronunciation, intonation, and fluency. After recording, listen to the playback and take note of any mistakes or areas where you can improve. For instance, choose a short passage from a book or article, record yourself reading it aloud, and then compare your pronunciation to that of a native speaker. 18. Mimic native speakers. Mimicking native speakers is a fantastic way to improve your pronunciation and speaking rhythm. Listen to how they form words, the speed at which they speak, and their intonation. Try to replicate their speech as closely as possible to sound more natural when speaking English. For example, watch a short clip of a native speaker on YouTube, pause after each sentence, and repeat what they said, imitating their tone and style. 19. Read aloud regularly. Reading aloud is an excellent method for improving both speaking and comprehension skills. When you read aloud, you practice pronunciation and get a feel for how sentences flow in English. This helps develop your speaking rhythm and makes you more comfortable with the language. Start with short texts, such as children's books or simple articles, and gradually move on to more complex materials. For example, read a news article or a few paragraphs from a book aloud each day. Focus on pronouncing each word clearly, paying attention to intonation, stress, and rhythm. If possible, record yourself so that you can review your performance later and identify areas for improvement. 20. Practice with a partner. Having a partner to practice English with is extremely beneficial. You can engage in conversations, correct each other's mistakes, and learn together. Practicing with a partner is not only about improving your speaking skills, but also about learning how to listen and respond naturally in a conversation. You can role-play different scenarios with your partner, such as ordering food at a restaurant, asking for directions, or discussing a topic like travel or hobbies. This helps you prepare for real-life conversations and boosts your confidence. If you don't have a language partner nearby, consider joining online language exchange programs or virtual meetups where you can practice speaking with other learners. 21. Use a mirror. Speaking in front of a mirror is a simple yet effective technique for improving your English. When you speak in front of a mirror, you can see how your mouth moves and how you articulate words. This visual feedback helps you become more aware of your pronunciation and body language, which are important aspects of communication. For example, stand in front of a mirror and describe your day or talk about a topic you are interested in. Pay attention to how you form the words and try to make your speech clear and expressive. Practicing in front of a mirror also helps reduce anxiety when speaking in front of others, as it simulates a real conversation. 22. Participate in online forums. Online forums are a great platform for practicing English, especially writing skills. Many forums have discussions on various topics such as technology, culture, or hobbies, where you can read what others have written, share your own thoughts, and engage in conversations. For instance, join a forum on a topic you're passionate about, like photography or travel, and participate in discussions by writing comments, asking questions, and responding to others. This practice improves your ability to communicate ideas clearly and also expands your vocabulary. You'll also gain exposure to different writing styles and learn how people use English in informal online settings. 23. Write scripts for conversations. Preparing scripts for common conversations can help you feel more confident when speaking English. Think about the situations you're likely to encounter, such as introducing yourself, ordering at a restaurant, or asking for help. Write down what you would say in those situations and practice the script until you feel comfortable. For example, you might write a script for introducing yourself. Hi, my name is Alex. I'm from Spain, and I'm learning English because I love traveling and want to communicate with people from different countries. Practice this out loud until you can say it fluently and confidently. This method not only helps with speaking, but also prepares you for real-world interactions. 24. Learn about different cultures. Understanding the cultural context behind a language helps you communicate more effectively. English is spoken in many countries, and each has its own customs, traditions, and ways of using the language. Learning about these cultures will give you insight into how people communicate and behave in different situations, making your interactions more meaningful. For instance, learn about greetings, manners, and conversational norms in English-speaking countries like the US, the UK, Australia, or Canada. This knowledge will help you navigate social situations more easily and speak English in a way that feels more natural. 25. Set achievable goals. Setting small, achievable goals is crucial for staying motivated while learning English. Instead of trying to master everything at once, break your learning into smaller tasks. For example, you can set a goal to learn 5 new words a day, read 1 book a month, or practice speaking for 10 minutes every day. When you accomplish these small goals, you'll feel a sense of progress, which keeps you motivated to continue. For instance, if your goal is to improve your vocabulary, start by learning words related to a specific topic like food or travel, and gradually expand to more complex topics. 26. Reward yourself. Rewarding yourself when you reach your learning goals is a great way to stay motivated. Rewards don't have to be big, just something to acknowledge your hard work. For example, if you've successfully practiced speaking English every day for a month, treat yourself to something you enjoy, like a favorite meal, a movie night, or a new book. These small rewards reinforce the positive habit of learning and make the process more enjoyable. The more you celebrate your progress, the more motivated you'll be to keep improving. 27. Be patient and persistent. Learning a language takes time, and it's important to be patient with yourself throughout the process. You won't become fluent overnight, but with consistent practice, you will improve. Celebrate small victories along the way, and don't get discouraged by setbacks or mistakes. For example, if you're struggling with pronunciation or grammar, remind yourself that making mistakes is part of the learning process. Every effort you make is a step closer to fluency, so keep practicing and don't give up. 28. Use English in your daily life. Integrating English into your daily routine is one of the best ways to improve quickly. The more you use the language, the more natural it will become. Try writing your shopping lists, to-do lists, or personal notes in English. You can also think in English as you go about your day, narrating your thoughts or actions to yourself. For example, when you're cooking, describe each step in English. Now I'm chopping the onions. Next, I'll fry them in a pan. Using English regularly in your daily life helps reinforce what you've learned and builds fluency over time. 29. Find a language exchange partner. A language exchange partner is someone who speaks the language you want to learn, English, and wants to learn your language in return. This mutual exchange allows both of you to practice and improve your skills. You can spend half the time speaking in English and the other half in your partner's language. For example, if your native language is Spanish, you can partner with an English speaker who wants to learn Spanish. During your conversations, switch between the two languages, helping each other correct mistakes and improve. Language exchanges are a great way to practice speaking in a low-pressure environment while also making new friends. 30. Join online language learning communities. There are many online communities dedicated to learning languages, where learners from around the world share resources, advice, and support. Joining these communities can provide you with a sense of belonging and motivation, as you can connect with other learners who are on the same journey. For instance, platforms like Reddit, Discord, or Facebook have groups where language learners discuss tips, share study materials, and even organize virtual practice sessions. Engaging with these communities allows you to learn from others, get feedback, and stay motivated through shared experiences. 31. Take advantage of language exchange apps. Language exchange apps, such as Tandem, HelloTalk, or Speaky, offer a convenient way to connect with native English speakers from around the world. These apps provide you with the opportunity to chat, voice call, or even video call with language partners who can help you improve your speaking skills. Many of these apps also have built-in tools for correcting each other's language, which can be very helpful. For example, use HelloTalk to find an English-speaking partner and arrange regular conversations to practice speaking and listening. You can even use the text correction features to help each other learn new vocabulary and grammar rules. 32. Practice pronunciation. English pronunciation can be challenging, especially because many words are not pronounced the way they are spelled. Pay close attention to how native speakers pronounce words and practice replicating the sounds. Focus on tricky sounds, like the th in think or the difference between V and W. For instance, spend a few minutes each day practicing difficult sounds or words that you find challenging. Listen to recordings of native speakers and repeat the words slowly and clearly until you can pronounce them correctly. 33. Learn common phrases and expressions. While learning individual words is important, knowing common phrases and expressions can make your speech sound more natural and fluent. Phrases like "how's it going?" or "what's up?" are commonly used in casual conversations, and learning them can help you communicate more effectively. For example, learn everyday expressions such as "I'm just browsing" when shopping, or "I'll catch up with you later" when parting. These phrases will make your English sound more authentic and less formal. 34. Immerse yourself in English media. Surrounding yourself with English language media, such as movies, TV shows, podcasts, and music, is a fun way to improve your listening and speaking skills. Immersion helps you get used to different accents, slang, and colloquial expressions. For example, choose a TV series you enjoy and try watching it without subtitles. You can also listen to podcasts on topics that interest you, such as science, history, or storytelling. Immersing yourself in authentic English content will help you improve your comprehension and speaking over time. 35. Take note of your progress. Keeping track of your progress is essential for staying motivated. Write down your achievements, no matter how small, such as learning a new set of vocabulary or successfully holding a conversation in English. Reflecting on your progress helps you see how far you've come and motivates you to keep going. For example, at the end of each week, make a list of the new words you've learned or the conversations you've had in English. By regularly reviewing your progress, you'll stay focused on your goals and be proud of your accomplishments. 36. Attend English-speaking events and workshops. Look for opportunities in your community or online where you can participate in English-speaking events or workshops. These events often provide structured practice sessions and opportunities to interact with fluent speakers. For instance, many cities have English conversation meetups or workshops where learners can practice with native speakers. Online platforms like Eventbrite or Meetup often host virtual language learning events that you can join from anywhere in the world. 37. Focus on fluency over accuracy. While it's important to speak correctly, especially in formal settings, focusing too much on perfection can hinder your progress. Prioritize fluency in everyday conversations. Don't worry too much about making occasional mistakes. The more you practice speaking, the more naturally fluent you will become. For example, when chatting with friends or language partners, concentrate on communicating your ideas clearly rather than getting every word right. Fluency comes with regular practice, and mistakes are part of the process. 38. Practice speaking in different situations. To build confidence, try practicing English in various situations, such as ordering food at a restaurant, making phone calls, or giving presentations. Each situation requires different language skills, and by exposing yourself to different contexts, you'll become more comfortable using English in real-life scenarios. For example, practice ordering food in English when you visit a restaurant, or give yourself a small task like asking for directions in English when you're traveling. The more varied your practice, the more adaptable you'll become. 39. Get feedback from native speakers. Seeking feedback from native speakers or fluent English speakers can be invaluable for improving your language skills. They can point out specific areas where you need improvement, such as pronunciation, grammar, or vocabulary usage. Constructive criticism helps you refine your skills and become more aware of common mistakes. For instance, after having a conversation with a native speaker, ask them if they noticed any mistakes or areas where you could improve. This type of feedback is especially helpful for fine-tuning your pronunciation or learning more natural ways to phrase sentences. 40. Stay motivated and persistent. Learning a language takes time, effort, and dedication. It's important to stay committed to your goal of improving your English speaking skills. Set realistic expectations, be patient with yourself, and celebrate your progress along the way. Remember that every step you take brings you closer to fluency. Stay motivated by surrounding yourself with English content, connecting with other learners, and reminding yourself why you started learning English in the first place, whether it's for travel, work, or personal growth. Enjoy the journey and keep practicing. In conclusion, improving your English speaking skills is a gradual process that requires consistent practice, patience, and persistence. By incorporating these 40 strategies into your learning routine, you'll be well on your way to mastering the language. From daily practice and listening to joining clubs, using technology, and seeking feedback, there are countless ways to enhance your skills. Remember, language learning is a journey, not a destination. Each small effort brings you closer to fluency. Keep practicing, stay motivated, and enjoy the process of learning a new language.